How'd you break your back?
So we were just doing some stupid TikTok stuff during the pandemic, and we were all challenging each other to do like stupid stuff. And for some reason, I thought it was a great idea to try to jump off of a second-story balcony onto a beanbag, but I missed the beanbag.
Missed the beanbag completely.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And you broke your back?
Yeah. I did it a couple times the previous week, and I was like, I got this. This is gonna be fine. And then I missed the beanbag, and so. I think I only fractured a couple bones there, but
only a couple.
It definitely took me out for a while.
That's a real problem, though.
Yeah.
Is this your?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That's
please, God!
definitely not
It's gruesome if you actually see it.
So what did you
pretty
have to get?
Oh,
Jesus!
God.
So did you have to get surgery?
I didn't have to get surgery, but I was in a back brace for like 6 months.
Whoa!
So that was really bad.
Do you ever wonder that, like, you guys are in all these fucking haunted places?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever wonder if you're carrying any of that shit around with you?
Well, definitely. But what's crazy is a lot of people think that the sign of something being with you is like back pain. But now that I've broken my back, I'm like, I can't make
That's
that
real
connection
back
right
pain.
there. That's a real back pain, not haunted back pain.
Yeah, not like, well, there's back pain where people just like, there's psychosomatic back pain. Like there's a guy named John, wasn't his name John Sarnos? Is that his name? He had this weird theory about back pain that applied to some people, not people with actual real injuries, but some people, that it's all in your head. That it's people that are like deeply stressed out and fucked up, and it manifests itself as back pain. And somehow or another, through his teaching, a lot of people, including Howard Stern. Didn't Howard Stern have a thing with his back where John Sarnos fixed it?
There's a picture of him.
Yeah, America's most famous back pain doctor said pain is in your head. Thousands think he's right. Well, millions think he's wrong, though.
Well, then that doesn't work.
He's not right. Like, sometimes you have fucking real back pain.
For
You
sure.
gotta get that fixed.
But for crazy people, for some people, like, you just have something in your head and it's like, my back. But it's really your psychology. It's really
Exactly.
something you're carrying around with you.
No, speaking of carrying things around, a lot of people warn us that, like, because we go into so many haunted places, they're like, guys, you should be careful. Like, aren't you worried about bringing this home or bringing this to other people? Like,
Yeah.
We walked in here, obviously. It's probably just a coincidence. We walked here and immediately, your curtain fell over.
And not saying that's like paranormal.
A curtain
that's
been
not-
up for 2 years. Never had a problem. And then Jamie asked you a question. You guys ever investigate anything that's bullshit? And you're like, yeah, definitely. And then boom, the curtain falls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like it's rigged.
Like they're listening. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's what I'm wondering.
Jamie,
Like,
was that something you set up?
definitely isn't. I know Jamie.
I've been
He's
here for an hour,
he's
but-
100% anti-bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like that's possible, that you could carry something like that with you?
We have a lot of people that tell us that. We don't necessarily buy into it all that much. Like, there's definitely things that reoccur place to place, and it's not like, the same. It's not supposed to be the same haunting or whatever, but we get the same thing that we think has been following us from multiple places. Do we 100% buy that? I don't know. But what's really weird is when people will look you dead in the eye and they'll be like, there is someone behind you. And I've seen them for like an hour. And I'm like, I can't see that. But I'm also not going to like brush that off my shoulder and saying that's like not there.
So someone has said there's someone behind you, but there's no one behind you. So who are these
Multiple
people that said there's someone behind you?
Well, I mean, a bunch of different people. Like for us, we talk to a lot of people that are like mediums or like they like do tours or ghost hunts or anything like this. But obviously,
Sketchy people.
Sketchy
maybe.
people.
A little sketchy.
Potentially.
we can't see these types of things, so we got to take other people's word for it. We're not seeing these
part of the
people.
problem is there's like an incentive to sense things and feel things. I'm not anti-ghost by any stretch of the imagination. I am open-minded. But I know that there's a lot of people that like to pretend. They like to pretend they have psychic powers.
Oh, for sure.
They like to pretend they know things. They like to pretend they've experienced things. Like I've talked to so many people that have experienced like UFOs, and I've talked to Bigfoot people that believe that they've met Bigfoot. Like there's people that pretend. But then there's also the thing that freaks me out about ghosts is that it's been a reoccurring theme throughout human history. And it seems to be connected to some horrific death. Like whenever there's a horrific death, it's almost like that horrible moment like burns space and time and leaves a residue.
A lot of people think that's like trauma, like built into the place, or like the energy's there.
Right.
Yeah. To your point, though, what's crazy about it is everybody like has had experiences over time. Like you walk into any room, and whether people believe or whether people don't, someone's got a story. Someone's like, okay, I don't know if I believe, but this one time this happened. And so the fact that like everyone, like pretty much no matter where you go, like has some sort of story, even if they're skeptical, it makes you wonder like, what if? What else is out there?
Yeah, there's been countless of times where we'll go to these spots and like maybe we, after hearing the story, we don't think it's going to be like special at all, but the person who owns the spot is like, I levitated last week, just staring us straight in the eyes, no hesitation like about it. And like obviously we've never experienced something that intense with the paranormal, but having dozens of people, like every place we go to, say that, it's like, how do you...
When
do
someone
you think
says
they're
they
all lying?
levitate, just say, hey, next time, set up your iPhone.
Yeah. Get
How
that on
about
camera.
film yourself levitating?
Exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Exactly.
It's like, you always look at them and be like, are you sure? Like how?
Yeah,
like,
what kind of meds are you on while you're levitating? Yeah.
Right, 100%.
Have you guys ever been to the Comedy Store?
No, but we were trying to.
Yeah, listen, I can
Trying
set
to.
that up. The Comedy Store is without a doubt haunted.
We went
If there's
there
a
for
place
show.
that's haunted in the world, it's the Comedy Store, because it used to be a mob nightclub, and they've murdered people there. 100%. That
And-
was Bugsy Siegel's nightclub. It was called Ciro's, and in the 1950s, was it the 50s and the 60s? Is that what it was? But
Starting in the 40s, actually.
in the 40s.
Yeah.
But it's a famous old mob run nightclub that Mitzi Shore took over in the 1970s. So the place has this feel to it, like it's been run, as an entertainment venue for 70 years or something crazy like